Here is an explanation for the answer to final exam, question number 3, in Alternative Energy Demystified, 2nd edition. If you have the printed book, please see page 310. We're talking about something here called Earnshaw's theorem. Earnshaw's theorem. This theorem states something about magnetic levitation. What we can and cannot expect to do with a system of permanent magnets if we want to obtain magnetic levitation. We can't obtain it with magnets that remain stationary with respect to each other. And I have reproduced here part of figure 9-1. Figure 9-1 goes all the way back to, well, obviously chapter 9, page 160 if you have the printed book. Earnshaw's theorem is described there. Magnetic levitation cannot be achieved with a set of static, that is to say, non-moving and non-rotating permanent magnets. So, for example, if we take a bowl, here's a view of that bowl, cross-sectional view, and we glue, say, a bunch of permanent magnets down. You know, those little pellet magnets that you use to attach things to your refrigerator? You can take a whole bunch of those and glue them inside a bowl with their north poles all facing the same direction, that is, towards the focal point of the bowl, which would be somewhere up here. And then you can take another pellet and hold it over the bunch of permanent magnets so that the north pole of this magnet faces all these north poles. Now you might expect that this thing would just hover here, that it would just levitate, but that won't happen. And the reason why it won't is because we don't have it moving properly. If we rotate it, maybe we can get it to happen. There are other things we can do with regards to the motion of these permanent magnets to make this thing levitate. But if we just hold it over like that, what's going to happen? Well, you can go ahead and try it if you want to get some glue. Sacrifice one of your fine china kitchen bowls. Make sure that it's not made out of ferromagnetic metal. Just, you know, one of your really expensive, no, I'm just kidding, a really cheap plastic bowl. But if you try that, what's going to happen, this thing's just going to flip over and stick to one of these. It's just going to jump to one of these, and the south pole facing up here will just stick to the north, one of these north poles. It's just not going to work. The reason it's not going to work is, well, Earnshaw's theorem doesn't make it not work, but Earnshaw's theorem was proven by this scientist named Samuel Earnshaw in the 1800s. He actually proved this, that you can't do this. It's just not going to work. So the correct choice here is C. You cannot expect to obtain levitation with a set of permanent magnets that remain stationary with respect to each other. You can't do it.